Hey, more surface area today. At the top here, I have this little setup that I'm going to be putting on each of the different problems. It's a good reminder of the different faces I could have in my picture. I write them in pairs, front, back, left, right, top, bottom, so I remember to consider all of those faces, but only a rectangular prism has all 6 of these faces. If it's a triangular prism, one of these faces will be missing. So, I'm going to copy that. And in the video, I'm going to be showing problems 1 and 3. So I'm going to put it by both of those problems. You could set up your whole page and put that on all of your problems. For a rectangular prism, I can assume that all of these sides are going to be paired up and they're going to be equal to each other. For a triangular prism, I cannot assume that. It will not be the case for a triangular prism in general. Sometimes it works, but it's not an assumption we can make. So let's start with problem 1. Pause the video, find the surface area for problem 1, unpause when you're ready to go over it. All right, I'm going to start with the front and the back. Now, since it's a rectangular prism, I know they will be equal to each other. So if I find one of them, I could use the number for both of them. I see this side is worth 12 and this side is worth 5, and I could bring the 5 to the front. So this side is also worth 5. So I'm going to use 12 times 5. 12 times 5 is 60. And I could put that for the back too because it's a rectangular prism, so I know they're equal. Okay, get rid of all my markings. Left and right. It's going to be this side and this side. I know these will be equal as well for a rectangular prism. And it looks like 15 and 5 go with it. So 15 times 5 is 75. And I could put that for both of them. Lastly, I have top and bottom. I'm only going to highlight the bottom because if I highlight them both, you won't be able to see what I'm referring to. But I'm going to assume that the top and the bottom are the same because it's a rectangular prism and everything has to be paired up. So it looks like it's going to be 12 by 15. And that equals 180. You could type that into your calculator or find it in a different way by hand, but it's going to be the same for both. If you haven't yet, add up all those sides and put units on it. You could pause the video if you need more time. So in the calculator, you could type 60 plus 60 plus 75 plus 75 plus 180 plus 180. It ends up being 630 centimeters squared. The unit for surface area is units squared. It's not volume. Volume's the only thing that has units cubed. All right, same deal for number 3. Now remember, one of the sides, front, back, left, right, top, bottom, does not exist in this picture. And we can't assume that all the pairs will match up either. They might, but they might not. Pause the video, try number 3, come back when you're ready to go over it. Okay, so first I want to find what side doesn't exist. And I see the top doesn't exist. There's just an edge. There's no face up there. The only sides that we can say for sure match would be the 2 triangles. The bases of a prism have to match. So the 2 triangles have to match. Now the question is, did you pick the right numbers for your triangle? Here, I can see where my right angle is. It makes an L right there. I need to use the 2 numbers that touch the right angle. Which 2 numbers are those? 1 and 1. If you use the 1.4, they tricked you. That's across from the right angle. That's not on the right angle. So 1 and 1 create the right angle. The formula is 1/2 times base times height. So that's 1/2 times 1 times 1. That equals 1/2. And the front and the back match because they're the 2 bases, so they're both 1/2. Okay, left and right. Now these sometimes match, sometimes don't match, so we have to do them separately. There's left, and I can see that this side is 1, and this side is 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. I wonder if the right will match it. Here's the right side. Sometimes it matches the left, sometimes it doesn't. 1 and 6. So this time it's the other 1. 1 times 6 is 6. Okay, lastly, the bottom. Bottom definitely won't have a pair because there's no top in this picture. And here's where that 1.4 comes into play. That's why they gave you the 1.4, because you do need it for the bottom. So 1.4 times 6 is 8.4. If you didn't get a chance to add those up yet, go ahead and do that and put units on it. You could pause the video if you want more time. Hopefully you've had enough time. That comes out to 21.4 inches squared. Now, that's all I'm going to show in the video, but there is more to the assignment, so make sure you finish the rest of the assignment on your own. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I appreciate it.